Let's cover another pressing plant today. This is a continuing series. I just did one last week, earlier this week. Today is Saturday. They seem to be pretty popular, so I have another thought on this. I picked up kind of a random jazz pressing, jazz title, a classic title, earlier this week. And in looking at it, I was kind of intrigued because I had seen a particular hype sticker on some other pressings that I have, some other titles. I want to talk about, there it is, KM Records Incorporated, Burbank, California. They started in 1977. They went up until probably the mid to late 1990s. It's hard to kind of figure out when these companies actually die or morph into something else or turn to CDs. In this case, it was a pretty large facility. They were doing pressing. They were doing printing and artwork. It was a 50,000 square foot facility not far from the Burbank airport. And check your collections. If you find any of these hype stickers, it's pretty cool because, what does it say actually? Custom pressed on KC 569 blend premium vinyl. All of those pressings that I have that were pressed at KM Records are translucent. And they all sound amazing. Hence the video today. So this is a 1990 pressing. It was mastered at Artisan Sound in 1989, 1990. I kind of think it was Greg Fulganetti. He is not credited. There's no indication that it was Greg Fulganetti. I've done a mastering engineer video featuring Greg's work. A pretty good mastering engineer. I'm not sure if this is digital or analog. 1990 could go either way, but this is a really, really nice pressing, totally dead silent. I picked it up for $30. When you talk about titles like this for $30 or less, pressed on a translucent virgin vinyl, I kind of think it's a no-brainer. I took a flyer on it, and it's amazing. You know, it doesn't have the classic gatefold sleeve of the original Impulse pressings, but the music is fantastic. And this thing, this record will blow your head off. Coltrane is on fire, literally. Anyway, kind of depicted in that cover, but that is one example of something that's really, really, that's just the first example. I want to talk about, this is interesting, you know, KM known for the audiophile. I think they were using an imported vinyl compound from Germany. And check this out. So the MCA audiophile series. You will also find Steely Dan's Gaucho as part of this kind of select group of titles. And this was also translucent. And there is no question here that it was a digital mastered version. Now this is a pretty cool title because it kind of takes up from where this classic greatest hits package left off. Remember, this was issued in 1978, all the way up to and including Asia, but we don't have a song, a classic song that was recorded between Asia and Gaucho. That is, of course, FM from the movie soundtrack. All of the guitar solos were by Walter Becker. They're incredible. And it is on this comp. You will also find on side 1, Hey 19, and then on side 2, the final track, Babylon Sisters. So moving up and covering Gaucho, kind of filling in some holes that was not, you know, songs that were not included on this. And there is that song track list right there for everybody. You will find KM pressed in the dead wax for all of these records for KM Records. I'm pretty sure KM had the exclusive contract to press all of the Nautilus SuperDisk titles. And, you know, these are kind of hit or miss. A lot of people think that, well, first of all, they're half-speed mastered. I don't know if I want to go down a half-speed mastered rabbit hole today. But just know that they're suspect. let's just put it that way. There are a few titles that are highly regarded from the Nautilus series. Heart's Dreamboat Annie, the Live at the Fillmore East double LP from the Allman Brothers got the Nautilus treatment. A lot of people like it. And this is really, really good. Compared to my US Sterling, I don't know. This might edge it out. It's a little bit of a different representation. You get a little more, less vocal up front and more of the instrumentation and what an album to hear if you're looking for incredible musicians. And, you know, fight me on this, but I think Andy Summers, some of the stuff on here is the best on any Police record. Some of his work on Ghost in the Machine. An amazing album and a really nice representation, KM Records, in the dead wax. The late, great Rob Wasserman, incredible bass player, stand-up and electric, but he was known for his kind of stand-up work. And he bridged many different worlds. He played live with Bobby Weir after Jerry died. They did Wasserman and Weir concerts. I think there is actually a live title available as well. Rob Wasserman Duets. I used to have this on CD. And there it is. There's that hype sticker again. KM in the dead wax. This, of course, was on MCA. You don't see this every day. This is kind of a demo disc, and there is an incredible array of artists that, as the title says, they're duets with Wasserman. A couple of these Wasserman duets with himself, playing two different kinds of bass guitars. But we've got Ricky Lee Jones, Lou Reed, a really cool cover that they did together. Dan Hicks, Jennifer Warnes, Bobby McFerrin, Aaron Neville, duets, an incredible record. And I just found this in the last couple months, and the kicker for me was kind of seeing that and knowing in the back of my mind, hey, I really kind of need to feature KM Records at some point in time. Okay, they also pressed almost all of these really interesting titles from Doug Sachs, created kind of a test bed label, and some of these were direct to disc. This is an amazing record. There's kind of a who's who of mid to late 1970s all-stars on these records, and it was produced and engineered by the great Bill Schnee. So this is really cool if you find this. This is like a $5 record, and it is really kind of a delight to listen to. I've got The Music in Me, Reggae Tune, To Know You Is to Love You, Pressure Cooker is on here. Some of the artists featured: Larry Carlton, Dean Parks, drums, Jim Gordon and Jim Keltner. Victor Feldman is in here as well. Tom Scott and Jim Horn. And of course, the incredible voice of Thelma Houston. That is the Sheffield Treasury imprint, pressed at KM Records, produced and engineered by Bill Schnee. A really cool record. Another pressing plant video in the books. I think KM Records Incorporated were known for more than just pressing records, but if it's one thing they're remembered for is that kind of virgin vinyl compound that they used. And they did a lot of audiophile pressings for various labels. So take care, everybody, and we will see you soon. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bodie. Happy birthday to you.
Make a wish.